Diego si Immortal, VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
Feels like
Tino,
put a little bit of rats on.
Is Tino gonna die? Yes,
Yep.
sir, he is. Feels that beautifully done. First blood picked up on the Visage, and he's still got a mango on himself to play with. Maybe they'll actually get
To go for it, because while you're sitting this low, got that Gravekeeper's cloak leveled up.
They might get him.
That's what happens.
Ooh.
That's what happens if you're not level 2.
Beautifully done. They get some revenge in the bottom. See, Shanks? No. They're doing a very good job to be able to play away from Fortune Soul. As soon as I say that, Shanks maybe oversteps the boundary a little bit too far, but is able to reposition. Another Soul Assumption gets the kill, but it will cost the life of Fearless Law. There's Tino with that finishing blow. So Tino's still trying to man fight Fortune Soul. He does have the abilities up shortly. Tino has to respect
Side of the river, you hate to see it. I think he's making a bit of a rotation down towards. I mean, might just be trying to take the bounty
Tino
away.
might be in some trouble. Gonna drag him back, but the disarm or Tino just gets lucky. He's out of trouble. Now what Shanks that they're gonna turn their attention on Tino, trying to man fight with the damage reduction. Tino's not even dead just yet. Another Soul Assumption with the right click will do the job, but Bob shows up, getting some revenge, and they've got a catapult as well. Down. Look, he's gonna try and chuck out some abilities over to Shanks. 3 heroes to bottom to defend the tower, and Tino without the level 6 is really close to it. But Bob, he's still got plenty of damage to be able to go through them even without the Exo. This Death Prophet is doing so much to be able to hold back Kobolds, and that kill gets them the Rolling Thunder that they can push back the life of Invoker. They know exactly where he is thanks to the Spirit Siphon. Let's see if he's going to be able to predict with the Crypt Swarm. Bob will not attempt it, so just gets out of the way on Vel. Paid much attention to is Biscardi on the Necrophos, who will be under an assault. As Tino Rolling Thunder out, he's gonna have one place to be able to bounce back on, and that second stun is all they need to secure the burst. And now they're even eyeing up Fearless Law as well. He's gonna be able to duck into the tree line. Bob continuing to chase. He's got plenty of damage over time. They've got a stun in the telekinesis, so an ambitious attempt at a TP out as Fearless Law will drop to Tino's burst. Game plan here for KOBOLDS. Like, how does this lineup somehow find some synergy to work together for the early game?
As God is about to TP back to lane and immediately dies, so not this. I think you just got to play around what's strong at the time, and right now nothing is. So they don't have any earn charges. It was a failed previous attempt.
Playing with the Invoker. They might. He's got some 1 charges. Pulse is going to give him a little bit of help. Wait, Tino's going aggressive. Okay, Tino. Maybe a bit too deep under the tower, but once again, he's got the damage mitigation to play with. Shanks continuing to heal up the Painkiller, and now they'll be forced to go into Ghost Walk, but with Bob showing up, Exo Rolling Thunder out, no one is dead on Execration. As he had just taken...
You know, he played it a little bit crazy as well, right? And it ended up working out for him.
Bob
press smoke and
gonna break the smoke. Valky on the high ground. He doesn't have anyone else nearby, so really awkward position. There was no reactions from Valky. As soon as the smoke popped, he just stood his ground, didn't move at all, and Bob with the Exo in a compromised position. It can bounce back on multiple wards, and KOBOLDS, they just have to stand still and watch on the high ground, as there is no way they can offer some assistance. But Fortune Soul, so going to be a bit cautious. A beautiful tornado to break the team fight in half as Scardy steps in, drops a scythe to cut away the life for 1, and now they're on Vincenzo. A crit from Fortune Soul will net them their 6th kill of the game, and finally KOBOLDS showing...
I need to hit level 12, and well, he's going to be 15 experience short. Have the Exo to use, I suppose, but...
Well, they've got no sentry. So
Moody's actually able to have a borrowed time either.
Vincenzo just gets away, but Tino, that's a massive Rolling Thunder, cutting the middle of the fight. He's even got the Aghanim Shard all ready to play with. Bob's going to try and TP out, but Fortune Soul, what a beautiful placement from the Chaos side in the nick of time. cancels the TP, and another mistake for Execration, giving so...
The being competitive in net worth is just because they've played it correctly. You know, they've done what is good about their draft well. They've played around the rest of the team, so any chance that they're just going to be split up like this, I just feel like you can't be beating kills away like that. And Fortune Soul on the bottom side, right? He's kind of alone, and Palos is making the rotation down.
Fortune Soul is no reinforcements that he's going to get. So Tino, triple stun, make it a fourth with a beautiful blink timing. Now back around mid, Vincenzo finally there's a point in the borrowed time. Bob hesitant to use the ultimate. Doesn't feel like this is the perfect fight for the EXO, but with Tino showing up, they're going to be able to block the retreat avenue for Fearless last, so the Visage will be another casualty of war. I feel like Execration can easily take a fight here, even if Radiant have all the information. As there we go, Rolling Thunder's out. Tina's going to look to hold back KOBOLDS. Just opening up the pit, but Roche is still pretty healthy, so a bit of a wasted Rolling Thunder from Tino. They don't get anything out of her.
Now they fight.
Yeah, they're gonna go in. Fortune Soul dragging Palos out of the pit. The Aegis will be claimed. Scythe, it's not enough to get the life of Palos as Vincenzo's doing an exceptional job to keep the Medusa healthy. Now Radiant, they expended everything trying to get rid of Palos' life, but they won't be successful. And the consequence ever so dire as Valky chased back underneath his own triangle as Execration lose absolutely no one and they take everything.
Like it is the deuce that you're gonna try and catch.
Look at Vincenzo's positioning though, right next to the Medusa, hand in hand. Smoke's gonna pop. Moody doesn't get the double stun, but all the mana burn is gonna prove to be an issue for the Medusa, but he's not even dead. They still haven't dealt with Palos' life as they're continuing to stand their ground. Palos brought back to the middle, but that's exactly the position he wants to be in, as Tino has all the control they need to kill off Scardy, and they're not even done. Tino's hunting for more. He's going to run into the Visage in the river, but no stun. Or they just need to stand behind your carry as well. Tino is going to see Valky posturing a little bit too aggressively outside the base. He gets the bounce back in the stun, and they have the vision to kill off Valky. So the Invoker out of the equation now, but the rest of Execration, they can sweep into the middle of the fight, although Fortune Soul looking to jump into the right. A quick and easy combo is able to get rid of the life of the Rubik. And now Palos is going to force him further back inside the base. The Stone Gaze is out, so KOBOLDS tucking their tails back inside, and Palos, look at him go. Everyone turned to stone. They just can't retreat away from the aggressive maneuvers on Execration. Multiple buybacks coming into play, but Palos is already outside the base. They can't even keep up to the Medusa. Trouble. Execration. Tina's actually going to think about charging up the ultimate. Behind the barracks they go. A quick and easy kill onto the Nyx Assassin, and that's all the space they need to now get the map control and also the barracks as Necrophos stands over the mark. Tino offers the control. There's no hope of the sustain. Fortune Soul's going to look to jump in, rectifying the previous deaths, but he'll be sent packing thanks to the fear from Bob. Now they're onto the Invoker. Shanks,
so much
it gets a triple kill. Shanks, he stole the Death Seeker.
Pretty damn effective with that Fade Bolt, that's for sure. He's even got the Vambrace on the int form, so probably going to be Fearless like dying again.
What?
Give him a
rampage. Just go for it, Shakes. What are you doing? And no buyback on Valky, no buyback on Scardy, and this is looking like all she wrote in our game one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're playing with him a little bit there. Vincenzo literally just standing in front of them.
Fortune Soul. Okay. Sit on. But now Bob's back. Got a lot of resources to play with. Tino as well with the Rolling Thunder is going to jump the backline. A beautiful combo. Tino finds both supports and their health pool instantly evaporating. The Aghanim Shard is the only thing that stands in between them, and the kill over towards the Visage. Just now with the throne exposed, KOBOLDS is going to have to watch from the safety of their fountain. Oh. Okay. Gotta make sure you got your mana shield up, Palos. This is gonna be BKB to play with, but without the Abaddon nearby, Vincenzo! Oh, he just gets the health off. They're still gonna kill up Palos, but the throne in the end will pop out. Execration take game one. A very convincing game one. Taking towers, forcing a team to actually react, otherwise you're going to lose map control.
Yep, your Death Prophets, your Dragon Knights, Beastmaster, heroes of that ilk.
Yeah, without a doubt. As
The battle
you
begins.
see, Tino's actually going to take a bit of damage with this homing missile and Moody nearby. They've already used the brain sap, but the right clicks are going to bring Tino down in a very critical threshold. In fact, it will be enough to get the kill. 11 and 2 compared to the 5 and 1 from Bob, but damn, Bob never really plays too well into the Storm Spirit matchup as bottom lane. Vincenzo will that be brought down? The God's Rebuke, one more right click as Fearless secures their second kill of the game for KOBOLDS. Have a Spirit Siphon charge, so it's just going to be reliant on the right clicks with the Crypt Swarm at the last second. Level 2 is enough from Vincenzo to secure the kill.
How are those strong laners? I know my Wyvern definitely couldn't chase that out.
Wyvern's definitely not one of the top laners, without a doubt.
Probably near the bottom, actually. So.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
This is definitely a much better start from KOBOLDS, though. You see, Storm is demolishing, but we need to think about all the farm. All that experience and gold you can get. Oh, he's actually going back to bottom. Scotty, I don't know if a defensive arena is really going to do anything to hold them back. You're going to be relying on Fearless But Bob, maxed out Slight. He's got plenty of damage to put them up. Multiple nulls, 3, 4. Sometimes it's actually bottom lane. Scotty, going to use the first arena of the game. Trying to rectify those previous deaths. You'd really love to get the kill over to Scotty. Vincenzo's making him work for it, though, with his Spirit Siphon. But his spear's going to be back up in a couple of seconds. He doesn't have trees to be able to pin him to. But the damage is all he needs to get the kill. But Scotty still hung around for quite some time. So Palos, with a phased Brutes, is able to step in. Fearless gets the bushwhack from afar. Now Scotty's just going to TP out. So beautiful play. That was a very ambitious sharpshooter attempt.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, making sure that he's able to stand up in the face of Valky as much as possible. And here we go. Going for the kill attempt.
Let's see if they can get the chain control afterwards. The Hoodwink TP a little bit too long. Feels like gets the bushwhack and sharpshooter chain. Oh, the burst won't even come out in the nick of time. And now Vincenzo's chasing down another. This time it's Moody they want to put in the grave. And with 3 heroes surrounding him by the Ancients, you'd hate for the deny, and, well, that will not be a factor. So they get multiple kills, an Ancient stack, and the tier 1 tower. Big advantage when they get BKBs is they've run into the Storm Spirit. The chain control needs to be perfect, and that's where Tino can come into play. Beautiful placement of the Hawks, and they're even looking to chain this into a second kill, but no one's home at the triangle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
get rid of that Observer Ward. And I can understand wanting to play around what you would assume is a set. I feel like Valky's playing really well so far, so can't really put too much on him.
Moody's in quite a peculiar position for the position 5 Bane, and with all the information, it's going to mean that KOBOLDS are trying to take the fight across the map. They're onto Tino. A sharpshooter from downtown is enough to get rid of the life of the Beastmaster, but Execration is giving them time to be able to close the distance and get in the area in case another fight.
Taking that tower, so you were still closing the map down.
Oh, they're unfortunate. Oh, still without Satanic. Got Moody behind it, but all these heroes surrounding the Gyrocopter, it doesn't matter. A bushwhack holds back Execration. Now the Fiend's Grip as well. Velky's going to look to jump in at the last second, but the Gyro is gone. Velky's out of mana and soon to be out of health as well, with Palos stepping onto the high ground. A crit just cut away his life, sent back to base in a body bag. And Execration up the high ground they go. Feels like in a bit of trouble. Although the bushwhack and spear combination means that Shanks, can he get away with this? Still got time lapse up in 5 seconds. Scotty's gonna miss the God's Rebuke. A spear is there and he just gets the... No, Scotty. Pulling straight into the hands of Execration. The 5-man smoke. Yeah, that is ridiculous amounts of damage, and they're instantly starting to transition this to top when Moody, he can't deal with the skellies or the catapults, so Moody just might die. He's got to get out. Tino trying to close. He's got the roar available, but he's able to get back to safety. Okay. They've overstepped the boundary. A buyback coming through from the Mars is going to blink to the backline, but Bob, an instant use to the BKB, but Bob's out of mana. Is still going to try and TP up, but the Fortune Soul damage is not enough at this stage of the game. But a bit of a misstep from Execration, though. They fight. They've got Exo.
Call that an offlane for offlane, though. Oh.
Hellas is going to blink on top of the Wraith. That's so much damage. Scotty had to die back down for 70. Now Palos, his still got Reincarnation, still has BKB. They're unable to deal with Velky, which is a big concern, but if they could just look to avoid the Storm Spirit, and they're doing just that. Palos rips apart both the lives on the supports. Down to the west, Velky trying to close onto Vincenzo, but Velky is completely out of mana. No resources to play with. Palos, he's got plenty now with a second life. He'll crit away Storm Spirit's health pool. And now, to the north? What are they eyeing up, Sharpshooter? It's onto the Ember Spirit. Tino's a bit too late to disrupt this. They're back to the river as Palos, Jewel and set up, sending his ground to Fortune Soul, but the Scotty pop means that Palos' damage is just...
Get in onto one of the more vulnerable heroes. Vincenzo would be great to pick off first.
See if they can. Eyes on Velky. The initial stun's there. Now with the follow-up in the roar, Velky's in trouble. And Arena's not enough to keep him alive. But to the right side, Fortune Soul is doing a lot of damage to the Gyrocopter. They hold back Palos. Reincarnation finally claimed.
Palos has
can
no
they
BKB.
set themselves up? Palos can do nothing. Just standing there and watching as KOBOLDS. Alright, you buy back on Velky, but now you've got the Aegis to give over to the Storm Spirit. A successful fight for them.
Immortality is mine.
Absolutely. Like, that is the exact way that they needed to play that fight.
He is under vision. Gonna run into Bob and Palos, but the rest of KOBOLDS are in the neighborhood if they still want to take the fight down the Bane.
They got to completely get out. They have to. Like, Bane is such an important part of their team fight. The only reason they were able to win the previous one was that he got
Bob
a great
doesn't want to let them. Remnants over, BKB out. They're going to take the Mars out of the equation. So no arena for the team fight. Now they're going to be forced to try and kite Fortune Soul. Like, once again, standing his ground. He's doing so much damage with a freshly picked up Crystallis. And now the Raw's going to hold him back, but still there's no answer they have. They didn't give the Aegis over to Fortune Soul. They gave it to the Storm Spirit instead. As now with Storm killed off, they're going to look to surround him on round 2. An instant stun set up by...
Probably going to go for one more defense. You'd have to use the buyback. There's no way you're doing it without the gyro buyback.
Dire's middle tower.
Maybe it's not yet. You're going to have 3 heroes. All right, doesn't buyback throughout the arena combo. He's going to get there a little bit late. Reincarnation live claim. You need to get rid of Moody. There's the Fiend's grip out. Bob's going to jump to the back line, but the chains is too late. Moody, a huge reason why they can continue to defend the base. As Bob's got a BKB, he'll be okay, but you mentioned in the last fight how important Moody was, and we saw it just there with the Fiend's grip.
It's still tier 3 items. And
Fortune Soul, Smoke's gonna pop. They got a really good ward in the jungle. Velky's gonna look to jump the backline, so the Beastmaster killed off instantly.
Ooh,
Now they're
Ember.
eyeing up the Ember Spirit. Bob, they both don't have buyback. KOBOLDS taking the aggression straight to Execration. And they're proving that they still have some fight left in them. As Velky, he's got plenty of mana to hunt down the Weaver. 3 have been killed off just for the price of Moody.
never mind.
Okay. Oh, you got bonus health now. I believe it's still here. Alright, smoke up. KOBOLDS trying to take the fight on the high gunner. Scotty, what an arena! Finds 2. Velky's got the instant fall, but now the numbers advantage favoring KOBOLDS. It's going to be on Bob to turn this around. They're trying to cancel the Fiend script. The first life is instant, claiming up. Palos needs to stand his ground without a BKB. There's nothing they can do, as KOBOLDS might be in prime position to send this to a 3rd game. They're going to try and chase down Bob, but multiple remnants into the TP.
Get the hell over to us.
They need a ward to take this fight. Scotty tries to get away, but the instant jump. Palos and Bob with a double pushback again. And now Velky's in. A triple vortex. It's all gone bad for Execration. The lives once again being expended early, but Palos, hang on a second, is onto the Gyrocopter. They get rid of Fortune Soul. They didn't give him the Aegis once again. They gave it to Velky. How do they set up for the second round? They're trying to aim the Hoodwink instead of the Storm Spirit. Silenced up at the moment. Bob's got the chains in a couple seconds, but the fear! Oh, the fear from Vincenzo! It's ever so important. Scotty just brought back as well. He might be forced to use the shard to hold them with the arena, but they will not give him an opportunity. 3 gone. No bad.
I mean, they have no cores. What can they do?
This game?
Dire's middle tower has
Filza? Maybe he'll lose Bob, but it doesn't matter. GG's called. Scotty
Dire's ancient is under
is going to be the one to call it quits here as Execration was a little bit rocky in this second game. KOBOLDS proved that they are no slouch of a team at all, but Execration now are going to move over to the finals of kind of the top bracket, which more importantly also gives them 2 opportunities to qualify into phase 2.
It does. And if there was any game that showcases the importance of having a...